Well, here we are, the 4th episode of Season 3, and last week Mary was hauled off by Poison Ivy's vines, and Ryan and Marquise, stupidly pronounced Marcus but spelled Marquise, have a race swap Luke and Leia vibe, without all the good things. Well, I should say any of the good things that Luke and Leia had. And here we are, ready for another episode of arguably the worst show on television, Batwoman. But lest we forget, they did leave us on a cliffhanger last week. Oh, you were hoping for a resolution to that? You do know this is Batwoman, right? We start with sinister-looking white villain unfreezing someone, and he tells them they're free to go. Get up and walk. And they do, and they shatter and hit the floor and die. Generic white villain says, 24 hours to client failure. Some stupid shit like that. I wasn't really paying attention.
Peter, I'm really starting to question why I'm even friends with you in the first place.
I was a little frustrated. Batwoman, that's just a car. Somebody's watching this show. That really annoyed me. Batwoman is still doing quite well. It doesn't even look like Batwoman.
In the middle of the woods within Gotham Park, Mary is released by the poison ivy vines that took her captive last episode at the very end, and she wakes up, removes a thorn from her arm. And that's it. No poison ivy, just the fucking vines. So we're stuck with the fuck all freeze and the amazing Popsicle People story arc. Like, seriously, you built that up, the end of that episode, like we were going to get some fucking huge payoff, knowing that poison ivy is on her way this season. And fuck you, they said no. Caroline Dreisner and Mary Band, a fucktard, said no. They were just seriously like,
oh my godsies, we're just gonna let Mary go-sies because we took her away last episode, brought her out here in the woods for fucking no reason, and now she's just free to go because she's Mary and she's super Dr. Retard Mary.
Are you fucking high?
Ryan is showing Cuckwing Luke a framed newspaper headline featuring Ryan in the role of Who's Who in Gotham 30 Under 30, and she has her brother Marquise, pronounced Marcus, to thank for it, which will further serve to anger Mama Jada, you know, Tyson's former punching bag and all. You know, she's the CEO of strong independent black woman industries that don't need no man. Ryan then says,
First of all, I'm a rising star.
But that's not the case here.
Ryan makes a horrible joke when Cuckwing asks her how she'll handle seeing Marquise, pronounced Marcus, and she says, feel my shoulder, see how cold it is?
Feel the shoulder.
Shut the fuck up.
Then she tells Cuckwing she'll have El Lasbacano de Crofi there to run interference because her sister is being nominated. Remember Crofi's sister Jordan, the activist? Remember?
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
For the work she did on the community center, the one that the guy with the lightning bolt gun shot up last season. Lest we not forget that Black Woman and Crofi are gonna...
Oh, we're scissoring!
Just then, in comes abortion clinic Mary. Cuckwing walks out because he's mad at Mary for the PTSD stuff. Well, because she's a bitch, and she's entitled. And Ryan walks away from Mary, and no one wants to listen to her stupid fucking problems, because nobody fucking cares, and Mary's a fucking idiot. So we join Alice in her cell at Arkham, and there's an orderly who brings in the mail, and he says,
"You've got mail."
And she just snaps his fucking neck. And then she tells another guard outside that there's a dead guy in here, and he says, bitch, no there isn't, you're fucking crazy. And she's like, all right, let me speak to that lesbian in training, Renee Montoya. Next, we get Ryan with Gay Charlie, the publicist for Wayne Enterprises, and she's being photographed because she's a strong, independent black woman who don't need no man, mostly because she likes vagina. And then Marquise, pronounced Marcus, spelled Marquise because he's stupid, shows up and Ryan and him are photographed together. And is it just me or does anyone else get a Pornhub step-sibling vibe from these two?
Hopefully have a chance to my sister.
You serious?
Crofi and her activist sister Jordan, who literally nobody fucking cares about, and she has a plan to take Whitey's money.
You plan to start any of these money bags?
You will be silent!
Then we get a lesbian moment and a glance by Crofi as Ryan and her lock eyes from across the room, and it's inevitable. Strike up the band, ladies and gentlemen, because they are...
The lesbian!
Crofi tells her sister...
I had a dream about Ryan.
And then we talk about some feelings at the gala, because that's what we want to see in our superhero show. More feelings. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, Jordan, our activist, Sophie's sister that nobody fucking cares about, is then abducted by our evil white villain of the week after he injects her in the neck and she passes out right in the middle of the gala, broad daylight, drags her away, and nobody fucking noticed because they don't care about her. Oh, shit.
You've got to do better.
Back at the office is a strong, independent black woman who don't need no man incorporated, or Jaturian Industries for short. Jada is calling Vesper Fairchild and telling her that she knows her ratings are down and wants to help her, quote, make some noise, and says she has the scoop. I bet it's a scoop of shite, just like this fucking writing. We're 15 minutes into the episode and literally nothing has fucking happened at all except for feelings about lesbianism, some evil white guy doing evil white guy shit, and more fucking plotting by Ryan's mommy. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here like, son of a bitch! So at the abortion clinic, Alex has been dropped off by Renee Montoya, and she's messing with Mary, and Alice gets Mary to just let her hang out because that's a fucking thing that criminally insane serial killers get to do is when they're in maximum security facilities. Just leave and go hang out. Literally, the scene established fucking nothing, and we're now 17 minutes into this godforsaken shite, and I have no fucking idea what they're trying to do with this episode because the writing is so fucking bad. Way to go, asshats. Caroline Dries, you're a fucking moron, and so's Daniel Thompson, who wrote this piece of shit. Marquise, spelled Marcus because he's a fucking idiot, is chatting up Ryan again. I swear he wants to treat her like David Spade did Jamie Presley and Joe Dirt.
Oh, I did a real bad thing. Think you're my sister.
Sophie comes and takes Ryan away to look for Jordan because she's late for some interviews. Another shite scene that was a waste of fucking time. But on the bright side, now we have a love triangle that includes 2 lesbians and a gay dude. And a stepsister vibe.
'Cause Ryan's got that wagon.
Damn! I guess you could say things are getting pretty serious.
Luke is arguing with the cuckwing suit like a fucking idiot because, well, that's what he is. And Ryan calls in to the Bat Cave because they can't find annoying activist fuck Jordan more. And they find her phone on the floor, though. And Marquise, pronounced Marcus because he's fucking stupid, says someone he knows at the hotel saw her with a man going into room number fucking who the fuck cares because she's just another fucking missing lesbian and everybody in Gotham is a lesbian, so it doesn't matter. It's not like she's up there getting some dick. And they find her frozen in the hotel room. And it's hilarious because she looks like she's in whiteface, like it was White Chicks with the Wayans brothers.
Making my way downtown.
So hopefully Black Twitter Gotham Edition will cancel her for cultural appropriation.
That's racist!
Of course we're dealing with the Mr. Freeze tech, and Sophie wants to know how someone could do this.
Who the hell would do this to her?
Somehow through the infinite wisdom of Caroline Dries and Daniel Thompson, the writer of this fucking idiotic, stupid-ass episode, they managed to move Jordan to the abortion clinic. And Sophie's yelling at Mary. Alice offers to go to the store to get a hairdryer.
Want me to go to the store for a hairdryer?
And then Alice figures out who froze Jordan, and it's a group called the Black Glove Society. Because why not? Black Mask already had the False Face Society. Why not have the Black Glove Society too?
Shit.
Because Jordan and her fellow activists were tracking them and were set to expose them until she got turned into a sour popsicle. Jordan starts to thaw out, and Mary says if she gets a sample, she can figure everything out.
You get your bitch ass back in the kitchen!
Because Mary's so fucking smart, she's a doctor that works at her own back alley illegal abortion clinic, even though she's a licensed doctor.
Here, this calm down. Calm down. Get a hold of yourself.
For some reason, Ryan is still at the... Oh, that's right, they're looking for Jordan, and it doesn't matter because it's so boring. Ryan is a narcissistic cunt, and Cuckwing and her figure out that the Black Glove Society has tried to eliminate all the other activists that Jordan associates with. We get feelings between Ryan and Marquise, pronounced Marcus. Then we see Wayne Enterprises' stock is dropping thanks to Charlie, or whatever the fuck that idiot's name is that's the publicist. It's dropping rapidly because of Esther Fairchild's hit piece on Ryan on behalf of Jada Jet. The smug white publicist likens her to Bernie Madoff and yada yada yada. That is a stretch of epic proportions, calling the temporary CEO of Wayne Bernie Madoff. Bernie Madoff took years and years and years to steal millions and millions of dollars from everybody. Ryan just did it quick, just as fast as she stole the bat suit. You know, she wormed or weaseled her way into Wayne Enterprises. Now look at her. She goes from
And living in a van down by the river.
and talking to her plant to living in Kate's apartment, managing Kate's bar.
This is Lesbos!
Spending Kate's money wearing Kate's bat suit.
When it fits a woman.
Pretty good for a thief, huh? And a drug runner.
Stupid!
Ryan and Luke surmise that Jada Jet of Jeturian Strong Independent Black Woman That Don't Need No Man Industries gained access to the Wayne Enterprises accounting files, and the money in question are funds diverted to the Bat operation. You know, gas for the Batmobile, batarangs that Batwoman gives away, and things of the like. Cuckwing quickly diverts back to the search for the rest of the activists by tapping into the GCPD thermal imaging cameras all over Gotham to search hotel rooms.
Oh, what the fuck ever?
So you expect me to believe the very same Gotham Police Department who subcontracted the protection of Gotham to the Crows because they were understaffed, underfunded, and outgunned by the criminals has the budget to have military-grade thermal imaging cameras throughout Gotham City? I'll answer for you. No, they fucking don't! Because the continuity and logic be damned, this is Gotham City, where every fucking woman is a strong, independent lesbian who don't need no man. Every man is either evil, stupid, or gay. All because Queen Greg Berlanti and King Caroline the Cunt Dries think every woman wants to fuck every other female they see, even if they're not a lesbian. I think at this point it's fair to say that nothing has fucking happened this entire episode.
I think I can sum up the show for you with one word. Nothing.
Ryan tells Luke she sees heat lamps. Again, nothing happens.
Nothing? Nothing.
Cuckwing sends Ryan to a room and she finds the body of one of Jordan's fucking idiot activist friends that nobody cares about. Nothing happens.
What does that mean?
There has been feelings. Nothing has happened this episode.
The show is about nothing.
I don't even know what the premise of this show is.
Well, it's not about nothing.
No, it's about nothing.
I don't know if they have a goal, a mission statement, if they have a plot, a go-home they're aiming towards to end this thing. I don't even know what this show's about at this point.
No, nothing happens.
But mostly it's just a show about...
Yeah, but nothing happens on the show.
Crofy and Alice are searching through Jordan's apartment, and Alice sees the orderly whose neck she snapped in her little fucking delusion sitting in a chair in the apartment. And here's something I didn't pick up until I was producing this video. I look behind our dead orderly and I see a workers' rights communist sign and a Black Lives Matter flag hanging on the wall behind him, perfectly framing him, which I'm sure was absolutely planned. They're like,
hey, let's take this black guy and frame him with a communist sign and put the BLM bullshit behind him with the stupid fucking point that, oh my God, sees these people, these black people, they're so downtrodden. Oh my God, they need a Marxist organization run by people who want to buy $1 million houses in all white neighborhoods to speak on their behalf because criminals happen to get killed by police. Oh my Godsies.
Look, you stupid fucking white fucking self-hating pieces of shit. I'm talking to you, Caroline Dries, and your fucking cadre of fucking retards who are in charge of this show. And of course, let's see, we have Ebony Gilbert and all the other fucking morons behind the scenes who have written or directed these shit episodes. Nobody fucking cares about your messaging in this show. Not enough people watch it, and the people that do are the fucking morons on Twitter. So you're literally connecting with husks of human beings, you fucking nitwit, stupid... And Allison here having a conversation, and then she finds Jordan's secret stash of notes about the Black Glove Society in the air vent, and then some of the aforementioned Black Glove people show up. And Alice turns over the info to them, and then the big-ass guys have a problem knocking out 210-pound models. But they do after a couple seconds, surprisingly. I was honestly waiting for Alice to kill all of the henchmen, and then the underboss to take out her and Crofy. But in an unforeseen and shocking turn of events, I was wrong. They missed an opportunity to emasculate average white men. Oh well, Ryan will make up for it soon. If you think Alice's fight's bad, wait until you see Crofy's. I mean, this is great. She's hiding in the doorway here, which is fucking hilarious. While getting clotheslined, turns that into a chest kick to one guy and an arm bar to the guy that clotheslined her. Ah, screw it. Here we go!
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Houston, we have a problem. We forgot one white guy still in the room. Another thing, what's up with all the black alliteration on this show? Black mask, black glove, why is it everything bad is black? Shouldn't it be the White Glove Society's evil, given, evil white people and all? I don't know. I just figured that Caroline the cunt, self-hating white bitch Dries would do something like that. Back at the abortion clinic, Mary has lowered the temperature to the point where she's wearing fucking winter hat, gloves, and coat. Cuckwing calls, and it turns into a dick measuring contest between Luke and Mary, and all of a sudden Mary figures out she has a bigger dick, and she knows how to save Jordan, and sarcastically responds to Luke.
No, I just thought it was a fun fact about plants.
No, I just thought it was a fun fact about plants.
So once again, the black man is emasculated, denigrated, and talked down to, basically, by Abortion Clinic Mary, who is Dr. Abortion Clinic Mary, the smartest, bestest doctor ever.
Meanwhile, back at the Legion of Lesbians,
Alice and Sophie are tied together, and no, unfortunately, this isn't some bondage stuff.
Bring out the gimp.
They're going to be burned alive by the Black Glove Cuck Society like witches back in the day, but Crofy blames Alice for not knowing what's real and what's imaginary just before they're burned to death. And then Black Woman breaks in, freezes the fire, and flirts with Sophie, and she, Alice, and Crofy all scissor fuck the shit out of each other. The end. Thank God, I was hoping that would end. Ah, fuck my ass. I'm just kidding. There's more of this fucking trash that Caroline the cunt and her band of activist fucking Marxist fucktard shit. Back at Mary's abortion clinic, Dr. Retard MD, aka Mary, has somehow unfrozen Jordan, and Crofy is crying over nothing, and Mary makes a joke about her smelling like cilantro, because that's what apparently she used to unfreeze her from the inside out. I don't know. Science stuff. Alice asks if it's time to eat. Ryan hits on Sophie because these two are going to scissor no matter what the fuck happened.
yeah, scissor!
Because Caroline Dries wants to watch this scene while she scissors her wife Janie at home. It's all about scissoring. That's the premise of this show. And I'm waiting for Luke to come out as a transformer so Mary can finally get with him, because no woman in the show wants dick when they can scissor a perfectly good vagina. Even Alice, who was fucking Ocean Man, is a lesbian and just doesn't know it yet. Speaking of Alice, Ryan and Mary, Dr. Retard, are discussing Alice's hallucinations, and they suggest 100 cc's of scissoring. Stat. Because scissoring is the only way to cure her mental state. So they saddle Sophie with Alice staying at her apartment. Alice puts her arm around Crofy and says,
Roomies!
and that means Alice will get the scissoring she so desperately needs. Wayne's publicist, aka Gay White Guy and Cuckwing, are waiting for Ryan in Bruce's office. Not Ryan's office, Bruce's office. He tells her that $30 million is missing and they're going to issue a false press release to quell the media. And Charlie tells Ryan, Charlie's the gay guy for those of you keeping score at home, that she basically has to resign or they'll suffer a hostile takeover at the hands of Jeturian, aka strong, independent black woman who don't need no man industries. Ryan and Luke are discussing the plan of action, and she doesn't want to step down because she's worked her whole life towards becoming a CEO.
You serious?
All too serious, I'm afraid. Yes, this stupid bitch who stole the batsuit, stole the position at Wayne Enterprises, and stole the apartment, stole the job at the bar. Everything that this bitch has is stolen. It belonged to somebody else. She didn't build that. Somebody else made that happen. But here we are.
Because that's what heroes do.
Luke turns on the fail-safe in the suit, turns it back on because he knows he's a bitch and he can't handle fucking pressure because he's generic black Iron Man. And Lucius says hello and Luke argues with the suit again. And the suit tells Luke he's a fucking retard and can't wear the suit yet. Because
this man has no dick.
So Bitch Ma'am is meeting with her incestuous brother and attempting to plot against Jada. And of course, they meet at...
This is Lesbos!
We cut to her office and find out the Black Glove Society provides Jada with the freezing and unfreezing technology, and Jada plans on freezing her gay, black, incestuous son. And she says it's time to put Marquise, pronounced Marcus, on ice. Fuck off, Mike Tyson's former punching bag.
Peter, I'm really starting to question why I'm even friends with you in the first place.
Whew, Season 3, Episode 4. Man, this one was painful. It was difficult to get through. Writing the script for this review was difficult because as I'm looking, I'm getting to, like, you know, my time markers, like 15 minutes into the show, like literally shit has happened. You know, 30 minutes into the show, nothing has happened. It's like, This episode's only 45 minutes. If they're going to do something, they better fucking do it. And we got nothing. You know, we left on the cliffhanger in episode 3 with Mary getting pulled into the woods in Gotham Park by Poison Ivy's vines. We're like, Poison Ivy's in it. And we know we're getting Poison Ivy this season. It's not if, it's when, but it's like, how bad is it going to be? The vines released her at the beginning of this episode, inexplicably just let her fucking go with one thorn in her arm, which I'm sure that'll come into play later on. Obviously, it means something or they wouldn't have done it. Well, I can't say these fucking idiot hack writers wouldn't have done this because we all know Caroline Dries and Daniel Thompson, who wrote this episode, Daniel Thompson was the writer, are both individually and collectively fucking idiots. So there's that working against the show, and the fact that the writing is just shit in general. We had the cute little BLM moment snuck in there. Like I said, when I was writing the script the first and second time I watched the episode, I didn't catch it.
So
the third and fourth time I'm watching the episode, while I'm taking the screenshots, and I'm like, wait a minute, there's the workers, the communist deal back there, you know, and here's a BLM fucking flag in the background. I'm like, oh, how cute is this? And then I think there was another one I just couldn't make out along the side there. So this episode was just shit. Like, we got nothing. In the freeze, the antifreeze. Like, who cares about Jordan Moore? Nobody cares about Jordan Moore. Fuck that character. Fuck that character. They should have just killed her off. She has less to do. Actually, she had more to this. She had more to do this episode than Sophie's had to do the last fucking season and a half. It's almost to the point where this piece of shit is a parody of itself now, which is really funny. So I don't know where else they can go. And next episode we get Professor Pig. We'll be seeing him, which is going to be even dumber because we know that character is just going to get fucking butchered. You saw some clips I showed from the Gotham TV show, from the Arkham Knights video game, and he's from Batman. Beware the Batman, the cartoon, the animated series. And obviously comic books as well. So there's mythos there for them to use. Now, Professor Pig will probably be an evil white man. I'm most certain of this because he's going to happen upon Jada, strong independent black woman who don't need no man industries CEO, and Ryan Wilder, who's, you know, rapidly trying to approach Mama's position, and she wants to make Marquise, spelled Marcus because he's fucking stupid, go bye-bye. And there's a whole bunch of stupid story arcs that are going to keep rolling down that hill of shit. And I just can't wait for that ball of shit to explode when it hits the bottom of that hill. Well, as we look at the ratings here from last night, we are at 524,000 viewers for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. That is a 25.66% bump in the ratings from last week, where we were at 417,000 people that watched this show. So you can see there was a lot of bean flicking last night that led to higher ratings. I don't know. You know, I mean, this is still a shit ratings, let's be honest. You know, celebrating going from 417,000 to 524,000. Basically, it's being the smartest kid in the fucking retard class is what Batwoman just did. So, like I said, this show is garbage. It's shite. I don't know what else to say about it. I can't wait for next week. Much the way I can't wait to have a machete shoved through the side of my head. But you folks enjoy my suffering, so I'm sure you'll enjoy this video as well. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I would appreciate that greatly, as we're growing at a very nice rate here, trying to hit the 1,000 mark before the end of the year. I think with the subscriber base and the new subscribers we have, new people discovering the channel daily, we can hit that goal. You can help me make it happen. So hit the subscribe button if you're so inclined. Also, remember to slap that like button for me. Please do me the big favor. Ring the bell for notifications. Leave your comment below in the comment section. It's your turn to opine. Let me know what you think of the review, the show, me. I don't care. Just let me know in the comments below. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Kuit of The Place to Be Reviews. I've been here with all of yous. If I don't see you, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow. I'll catch you on the next one. And remember, it's always better to burn out than fade away.
diddly, 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 diddly.